A lot of people get this question wrong, and most of them pick the exact same answer, and I think it's because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. This is an ideas question, and so our job is to follow instructions as best we can. Now, I'll admit, the instructions for this particular question are very vague. Which choice provides the most relevant detail? Well, I don't know, who's to say what's relevant, right? Like, that seems subjective. But when the question or the instruction in the question is vague, that means there must be something more specific in the passage. So if we go to these lines, this is going to be kind of like right around here, we should see what they're talking about. So the sentence itself says they can add it to livestock feed as a protein, and if we only read that, then we're very likely going to pick choice D because it seems to also be about the livestock eating the acid whey because it's a good thing for their diet, I guess. I don't know. Cool, great, but that's probably not really the answer because the passage is about this whey stuff, not about the livestock. So this seems like a very, very narrow detail, not something that's related to the whole passage. And so if we look just a sentence beforehand, we can see a much more clear instruction about what we're looking for here. To address the problem of disposal, farmers have found a number of uses for acid whey. So it's about the whey, about the acid whey, and we're looking for a number of uses. So if we look at that sentence then, sentence 4, they can add it to livestock feed as a protein supplement. Great. That's one use of acid whey. But according to the instructions in the sentence before, we need a number of uses. So we need something new. Choice D is not following that instruction. It's just continuing that thought. It is not giving us a second use, and therefore it's wrong. It's a very, very powerful trap, but the more you practice with the writing section, the more you'll see that the instructions are very, very clear. And you just need to be able to understand them, and you're good to go, because now it's pretty obvious. Do we care about, let's look at choice A, people can make their own Greek-style yogurt at home by straining regular yogurt. Well, that's not a use of acid whey, that's just a use of yogurt, so that doesn't matter at all. B, it's a supplement, and they can convert it into gas to use as fuel in electricity production. So that sounds like another use of acid whey. They can make power out of it. And 3, while sweet whey is more desirable as a food additive for humans, well, that's not a use of acid whey, that's a use of an entirely different kind of whey, and we don't want to introduce that into this mix. So here we go. B is very obviously the answer if we know what to do for the instructions, right? So where to find them and how to, read them. And so it takes practice, but I hope if you got this wrong, you see the bigger picture here of what you need to do. When the question is not giving you a lot of details, that means you're going to need to rely more on the lines for some clarity with the instructions. But it's there. It's either in the question or in the lines. You just got to know where to look, and once you do, the answer should feel very obvious, just like this one. Choice B is the only one that makes any sense with what's going on in the passage.